I left my family. I left my kids.
Johnny had a problem in '91. I don't know if you know they had what year was that? Was it '91?
No, it was closer to '93.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I went down to see Gotti. I did it on my own.
Yeah.
I did it on my own. What happened was there was a lot of words back and forth on the street.
Well, we were going to hit him. 94, actually, in Aqueduct. I mean, we were going to hit him a lot of times, but 94, we had a meeting, and he didn't know. But they had the meeting at Aqueduct.
Aqueduct, right.
But I couldn't bring guns in, so I had my cousin and a couple of guys. But there was too many ways out of the war room in Aqueduct at those days. So we picked one entrance, hoping he came back out. We were going to hit him out there, but he didn't come. Then my cousin wanted to hit him. My cousin used to go out with John Gotti Sr.'s brother, Richie Gotti's daughter, Danielle, for 6 years. So my cousin wanted to hit him another time. We had him in the car at the end of '95. Then we were going to hit him when they gave me the machine guns and stuff. At the beginning of '96, we went to jail. Then in '99, I mean, we had all kinds of plots to hit the guy and his brother-in-law, his uncle. So that's the life. That's the life I keep telling kids don't go into, because this is just part of it.
Yeah. It was
And
crazy.
he got involved, and he didn't really know what was going on.
I went down to see Gotti. Now, I hadn't seen Gotti in a few years, but they were making threats on my brother's life. So I went down on my own one day, and I just says, and I hadn't seen Gotti in a few years since I saw him when he was made, obviously, and then when he got his captain, I saw him again, congratulated him on that, and then I hadn't seen him because again, I'm doing my own thing. I'm doing things with Johnny. I'm making my own money. I got my own girl. What the fuck do I need you for? What do I need anybody for? And so, but at that time, I was concerned about my brother. I was like, you know what? Let me see if I can make this peace, right? So I go down to the club, and these are all new guys now. So they're all standing, these big guys and new guys are standing in front of the club, and they go, I says, I want here to see Junior, John Gotti, Jr. And they go, who should we say? I said, just tell them it's Jimmy Alite. So John's in there with a bunch of my friends. They're playing cards. So John comes right out. They come out. They let me in, and everyone says hello, kisses me. It was everyone's. Frankie Radice, Steve Kaplan. It was a whole bunch
These
of
guys
guys.
never did no work.
Yeah. But anyway, they were all in there playing cards. We were playing cards, and then finally John goes, "Let's go out and take a walk." We go take a walk, and I go, "What's this I hear about my brother?" And he goes, "Well, Jimmy, if he's doing that, selling that babanya, or if he's that's cocaine, if you don't know, or if he's something about ratting or something like that, what's got to happen." I go, "Well, he ain't doing either one of those." I says, "If you think he is, you might as well just kill me now." So John, looked at me and says, "All right, Jimmy, no worries, whatever." And he says, "Can you tell your brother to say, and he was nice. I mean, he was very nice, John. I'm not gonna say he wasn't."
Yeah. So after you came home, he gives me the message. I says, "Is that what he said?" He goes, "Yeah." So I went back and I shot Stevie Newell, who we had on the show.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I piped his uncle's brother-in-law, his cousin, his brother-in-law, Richie Gotti's son-in-law. I piped him. We killed Johnny Gebbett. We robbed Joe O'Kane twice and stabbed him up. I robbed his other drug business. I robbed the guy in Valley Stream and tied him up and shot him up. I robbed Ronnie One-Arm, and I started running through all his guys. And then in '97, we beat up Jeannie Gotti. And I said to him, well, I shot my cousin up who thought he was going to protect him. So I went on, I told him, I says, watch what I'm going to do to him now. And we were going to kill him. So I went through about 9 of his guys, which we always go through all this. And I says, well, I'm waiting. I'm going to die of old age before they try to do anything except talk shit about me, like he did with him. But, that's the life. They talk.
He did do a lot of things. If you take one of those incidents alone, right, it's something that, if you did that once in your life, that's like crazy. Mm-hmm. But he did it repeatedly. How he's alive is just pretty fucking amazing.
Well, I'm alive for a lot of reasons when people ask me that. Most of them got no balls. So, I'm dealing with guys that I know are full of shit. So when I take it to the limit, they're not going to take it there. That's first. Second, they don't have experience of doing what I do every day for a living. That's what I did for them. I protected them. So when I do, that's the second reason. And third, when I go into where I go in, the way I go in, I don't think they'll ever take it.
I think there's a little bit of a rawness with us being from Jamaica Avenue, as opposed to being from Money and Howard Beach and stuff like that, where And not again, I'm generalizing. Of course, there's a lot of guys, but there's a little bit of a rawness. You have to have a little bit of
Natural hardness.
natural hardness. You have to have a little bit of a chip. It's sort of like Tommy DeSimone played in Goodfellas. If you look at his character is very raw, and he could flip out in a second if you disrespect him. So there's like that chip that you can't invent. It's either there or it's not there. There's that. I told everyone, I always say this to everyone, the toughest guy in the room, obviously you have to be smart, you have to have some skills, but the toughest guy in the room basically is the guy that's willing to go the farthest. If I'm willing to go, if I'm willing to meet you and I'm saying, okay, we're going to do something here, but I'm willing to die. Are you willing to die for this? So if you're not willing to die, don't get involved. But you can't fake that.
Well, guys fake it. So
You can't fake
when a guy fakes it, Joe Kane, as soon as he goes to jail, they kill him. When I went and took it to that limit, you can't fake it. That's why I got stabbed up. That's why I ended up getting shot. That's why I ended up getting baseball batted, because I'm taking it to the limit that they won't. And I'm doing it when odds are against me. And these guys I know are full of shit because they've been in situations with me where they run and hide. And
You can't fake it. Like there was one time when I was in the park, I was with this girl. 10 guys, 12 guys from Greenpoint, Brooklyn, came up. All muscle guys. It was in the summertime, and I had my stash. I was in the playground in the park. It was light, daytime. I'm hanging out with a girl, so I got it in the sewer plate. So these guys come. I know right away what they're doing. I know they're coming to take me. No question in my mind. So I don't have anything on me except a dime bag, I think. So I go, what's up, guys? What do you need? And I know what's coming. Now, I could have just played it off like no one's working. You know, they don't know who I am. But instead, I got to be a wise guy a little bit. So I go up there, what do you guys need? They go, well, what do you got? I go, what do you mean, what do I got? What do you need? They go, well, you got pot? I go, yeah, what do you want? And he goes, well, we want weight. I go, okay, tell me what you want. So now, there's one guy in front, he's the leader, he's the alpha. And there's about 12 guys. Now, I know they're pussies because you're going to do it with 2 or 3 guys. And I learned that from Johnny. And if you're going to do it, and then, of course, I got robbed by 2 or 3 guys. So if you're serious guys, you're going to come up with a gun. You're going to stick the gun to my head. And you're going to say, listen, give me all your shit or you're dead. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you all my shit. This is just how it works, right? It's one way or the other. So, and I would give the shit, I'll be honest with you. I would give it. If I had it, I'd give it to live another day. So, but these guys come up and I know they're full of shit. Now, I know the worst that's going to happen is I'm going to catch a bad beating by 12 guys who are going to pound on me. But I'm willing to take that chance. So I walk up to the guy and I'm talking. I see the guy, one of his guys circling a little bit to my left, and he's looking to like cold clock me. I go, listen, guys, very calmly. You guys are here to rob me. It's obvious. I go, you guys are fucking punks because there's 12 of you guys or 14 of you or whatever the fuck you got. Why don't you just get away before you get hurt? I'm not here by myself. And they just looked at me and I says, you got a few seconds to make up your mind. And they just turned around and go, hey, it's all cool. And they walked away. In fact, funny enough, Joe Kane came up literally 10 minutes after that. Not even 10 minutes after that, they took off. They probably had 2 or 3, they had to have 3 cars. They took, again, so you learn you have it in 6th sense on who's who and what's what. You have to develop that. If you don't, you're fucked. You're dead. But the other thing, Felix, real quick, is when I did that, it wasn't a bluff. Because if I ever bluff like that, that's when if you bluff, you could, even if I were to bluff one time, you can't bluff more than like I did, like 1,000 times. I'm exaggerating. But you have to be willing to that's it. Now I'm willing to, I know what's going to happen. Am I willing to take that beating? You have to say yes.